in three,
Three,
two,
two, one.
one. Hills.
Pills.
I don't know if we were on or not there, Betty, but that's okay. And
We never are,
wow,
and I think that's part of the charm.
these first pills for Flindo are just brutal. He didn't have much use for red yellow, but look at the plan there. That was brilliant play from him. As Dawn with a slight lead, but Flindo showing why he is currently our number 10 seed tournament wide and just really knocking things out. And yeah, doing a great job of it.
Yeah, and on Don's side, very right, right board heavy over here. So he cleared out his the left side of his board really fast, and is now trying to dig down under this right hand side.
Absolutely. That could be a blessing or a curse. I mean, everything is really packed in over there, so that can make for efficient clears, but at the same time, not sure that's really what you're looking for. As we can see Flindo down to just his last three. He looks to be out first, but Don not going to be too far behind, especially with that pill exactly what he needs. But it's Flindo out at a 116, Don out at a 120, so about 4 seconds between these two players.
Yeah, and I was watching Don a little bit there, and there were a couple of plays that I feel like missed some of his patented speed tucks, I like to call them. And so I'm not quite sure if that's a little bit of nerves, but he's just hitting this seven and trying to get back into the lead here.
Yeah, and if we look over on Flindo's side, you can see he's got a big stack on the right-hand side of reds, but no use for
Oh,
yellow
wow.
outside of strategic garbage. I was a little surprised he didn't take the drop time there.
Mm-hmm.
Is going to take the clear down there, but yeah, Dawn, meanwhile, doesn't have a lot of use for red, so definitely a tale of two very different boards over here. Flindo with a head shake, not sure why, but his yellow situation's not great, but other than that, he's in a really good position.
Mm-hmm. And I like this play set up by Don, trying to dig under and clear some stuff from underneath. And oh, I love that play to where the blue trash was no longer going to be on his board after that clear. So wonderful foresight on Don's side.
Yeah, Flindo, meanwhile, with a mistuck there, that's going to cost him a little bit of time, but not too much as the doc is providing with blue. He's going to be out at a 241. Dawn just needing a couple of reds. He's going to get them. He's going to be out at a 247. So kind of maintaining the distance between himself and JonDatFlindo, but Flindo definitely holding on to a slight advantage here and having good plays to start off. Dawn with a better board than we've seen for him uh, early on here, although his access to red is slimming up as we speak. We'll see if he can manage to get through that here on this level 8.
Yeah, but Flindo is not monkeying around, you could say. But he is definitely tearing at this eight and still maintaining a one virus lead or two viruses. So it changes so quickly, but he's still maintaining a lead into this eight.
Notice though that he's looking to have the same issue we were talking about for Dawn's board back on 6, as it's going to end up being really, really right heavy here in a couple of pills. The next
Mm-hmm.
blue that he gets is going to kind of drop everything down, and it's not going to be bad, but you can see already Dawn's taking the lead back.
Oh,
Flindo needs to use a blue here. He's going to use this one that's going to drop everything down for him. But it's now just 7-6, and they've still got a level to go. So we're going to see what happens next. This yellow blue, not the way I thought Flindo would use it.
yeah, so a clear by Flindo actually chopped down that blue he was going to try and use horizontally. Then he's not getting any blue by the doctor and a big hot dog rush, but that clears some out. But it did cost him quite a bit of time into this eight, and Dawnvenure already getting into his level 9.
Yeah, it was about a 425-ish for him. For Flindo, about a 441. So about a 20-second swing there in that level 8, and that's just how quickly things can slide around in this game. But great setups there for Flindo to get started on this board. But he's got about 9 viruses to go here in this last level if he wants to take a 1-0 lead. Don doesn't have a lot of access to red, but other than that, this board is it's nicely balanced, doesn't have a lot of leans to any one side. But yeah, he's definitely going to need to do something about the red situation pretty soon.
Flindo definitely bringing this back though with some wonderful double clears, just like bringing it down nice and easy. No need to get fancy here. He knows he's playing from behind, but that does not mean playing recklessly. And he's definitely bringing this to a one virus game.
Yeah, the lead has already gone back and forth a couple of times, and I like these blues for Flindo, but he needs a blue red if he's going to set things the way he wants to. Is going to get that blue red, and now just needs a couple more red. Don having a little more diverse needs. We'll see which one's going to get it first. It is five
Wow.
to one. Flindo needs one more red, and he will have it. Don might have an
Maybe.
opportunity. He's going to need a couple of reds, but there it is. It's going to be Flindo at a
Ah,
608, Dawn at a 612. That was a very, very close
wow.
match. And it is game one to JonDatFlindo in a real squeaker.
Honestly, the to keep your cool when you know you're playing from behind and to come back and just floor it in that level 9. Flindo is to be commended there. Great job. Takes the first crown, and we're resetting now and playing again. So Don's going to try and get this crown to stay in this game.
Yeah, that one was scary. There's
Yeah.
no getting around it for both players. So, all right, we do have our readies from our players. And here we are. It's three, two, one, and pills. All right. Opening double for Flindo. Usable pills for both players. We like seeing that. Hate seeing when one player is getting hamstrung first thing. Dawn taking a little more drop time, but is doing a good job. And Flindo having to take a long drop there. You could see just the immediate look on his face, like, I don't want to do this, but he kind of figured that was going to be the best play for him. And it is now a 3-point lead to Dawn here early in this first level.
Yeah, both of these boards were really flighty. I mean, and had a lot of blank columns. So it lended itself to having that drop time that both of them had. But both of them are just trying to work with it and limit that drop time as much as possible because that really does add up the time.
Yeah, interesting for Flindo. He had the opportunity to potentially handle these yellows in column 6 and 7 as a horizontal pair. Decided to go for them vertically, and I don't think that was a bad decision. But looking over at what Dawn is doing, he is down to his last virus. He's going to be out of here in sub 120, almost sub 115. He's out at a 116, and that is a nice quick time here. Uh, just really knocking that one out here by our 9 seed.
Yeah, so he's already into level 9, and Flindo is just needing some sort of help here, clearing these blues, but then not really getting. That's a wonderful tuck in order to clear the reds and yellows, and now out at a 140, a little bit behind average for him. So I'm sure he's not happy with that time.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to be at a sub 130.
Yeah,
That's kind of the gold standard for most of our players in our main bracket here. But that's all good and well. We've seen a lot crazier things than somebody coming back from a bad level 6. So don't expect that to be any sort of issue. Looking over at Don's board, he's got one yellow left.
and all
And
that blue.
yeah, that can be catastrophic, or it can be amazing. It's
Yeah,
it's really kind of at the whim of the doctor. So far, it has not been a problem, and he's got himself freed up for the use of these reds horizontally. Man, this is a great board setup for Dawn. Out at a 235, and just a real commanding lead right now. But Flindo making the right plays, just needing to get some just the right pills and actually looking like some good pills for him as well.
Yeah, I really like his prioritization to take to kind of knock down the pills that were in the way and being able to take all of those reds together horizontally at the bottom of his board. He's shaking his head, but you know he is playing the best with what he has right now, and just needing a few more reds to get out of this. And come on, Doc, one more. There we go, and out at a 314. So he did make back a little bit of time there.
Yeah, but he's definitely not happy with that time. And wow, the speed at with which Dawn has knocked out this level 8, it's almost like no time at all has passed, and
Wow.
he's getting what he needs. He's looking for an all clear. If he gets some, okay, yeah, he's gonna go ahead and take this red out horizontally. I think that's the right play. In fact, it's perfect play because there he is. He's out of 345,
Wow.
345 out of 8. We could be looking at a really, really good time here for Dawn. And yeah, at this point, Flindo's just playing not to get lapped. I mean, Dawn has just turned it on to another level here.
Wow, like I can't tear my eyes away from what he's doing over on his board. But that said, Flindo just had a wonderful drop clear that he's been setting up for a bit, and chooses to just continue to tear down that left hand side, trying to get at some more color variation because right now he only has blue and yellow available, and of course getting reds.
Naturally,
Yeah.
that's the doc for you. And look at this combo from Dawn. That's just beast. Um, Yeah, down to 18 viruses here in this level 9, and a lot of paired up opportunities. We did see a double yellow earlier in the level, so if he can see another one of those, that is going to be excellent for him. Never mind, he's not
Wow.
going to need it. He's going to pull that off, kind of manufacture his own. Uh, yeah, down to 11. And again, just really putting together a good set of plays. Flindo looks like he is not going to get lapped, though. Is going to get out of this level here with just a couple more yellows. But that's all she wrote pretty much for Dawn, as he is down to just 4 viruses. And Flindo out of 520, not the sort of time he wants. But you've got to pair that with the fact that Dawn just kind of kicked it up to a whole nother level here.
Absolutely, and he is definitely going to be having quite a hot time if the doc just gives him a few more reds. Flindo, at this point, I don't know if he knows, out at a 541, which does not make our top 20. Actually, makes 21, our 21st hot time. So he's right up there. He already has some higher than that. So good job on Dawn bringing it back and taking this second crown, making this a decider.
Yeah, absolutely. Flindo saying good time to have a bad block. Yeah, I mean if you're the player who's just hit a really hot streak, then you want to be the one who's you want your opponent to have a hot match as well. But if you're the one who's things are not looking great, yeah, you definitely want to have your have your opponent being having their hot streak on a bad level for you.
All right. And it looks like both of our competitors are have the readies in chat.
There we are. 3, 2, 1, and pills.
I really like this opening board for Flindo. Whenever you can clear 3 viruses with 1 pill right off the bat, that's a good feeling. Sets you off on the right foot.
Yeah, you definitely don't want anything else, honestly. Oh, and a really good play from Dawn there. I looked up just in time to see what I thought was a bunch of, kind of questionable play turn into just a really, really smart
Wow.
setup.
Yeah,
And
and he
yeah,
continues it. It's amazing. Like I just saw nothing but red and was able to somehow combo out and make some really neat plays. But Flindo is keeping it even over there with tearing down his board as well, and they are within viruses of each other.
Yeah, and this is a great setup for Flindo, and you notice now he's got the bottom set up for either direction. Very good tap there. Oh, about a 105 for both players. I was going to say a really good micro adjustment there as he saw that he had a red in the pill that he was using then and a blue coming up next, so he, prioritized them properly. And yeah, both players, great play so far. They're looking to give us a really good show.
Yeah, but Don taking a lot of drop time. I'm not used to seeing on his side, but again, it's he's making some amazing things that I don't even see. So definitely playing a unique style to him. So
Oh, and look at what Flindo's hope. He's hoping for a double red. I don't know that it's going to come for him, but that is a hard thing to manufacture. It's still going to need a double red, and in fact, that is going to work out for him, even a pill late. But yeah, looks like they are tied up yet again. Dawn actually with the slightest of leads, but it's very close here. One might
yeah,
almost say they were neck and neck.
and Don again has a tower situation on his right hand side, and Flindo in his column 7 as well. So like they are going to have to take drop time or make some interesting plays here.
Yeah, and notice that Flindo's seen the bottom there is two reds, and then he's got his two blues up above that. Uh, so that this is looks like we have lost our there we go. We got our signal
We're
back.
back.
And it is Flindo out at a 254, so a much better time than he saw in that last level block, and a 3 minutes flat for Dawn. So again, I mean, this is practically a tie. That 5 6 seconds really not going to make a difference until we get to the end of level 9, and until that time, anything can happen.
Yeah, like Don again setting up a lot of quick double clears and getting these viruses knocked down. I like that play that he did to just bring those blues down a little bit further, seeing that he could just um, continue to take a clear. Oh, decides to clear out all those reds that he was building up, but clears them anyway.
Yeah, he's just getting a lot of yellow pills for all of the depth of the yellow that he's got, and the dot really not giving him efficiency plays. Flindo, meanwhile, had gotten quite a few efficiency options earlier in this level, had several double blues, which is not something we're accustomed to saying, and was able to find really good uses for them. And that has put him now 6 viruses into the lead, which, as close as they've been playing, is almost just a completely impossible gap. Again, just based on how quickly these two have been knocking this out and how closely they've been playing each other.
I am quite surprised that Flindo decided not to prioritize red, but it didn't quite matter in this case. But he's going to be out first into level 9 at a 442.
Yeah, we're gonna wait and see what Don's gonna get. He needs 3 more blues and hasn't seen too much hot dog yet. In fact, it's not going to. He's out of the
There we go.
453. So again, 11 seconds. That we could see that erased in just a matter of a couple of pills, or we could see that hold up. So this is it. This is the one that's going to matter. And yeah, so far it's a 6 virus lead for JonDatFlindo here early in this level 9.
Yeah, and this is similar to our first match where it came down to this this last level, and we'll see if the lead does change hands. Or if Flindo can hold on to it until the end here. Dawn is kind of screaming back and brought this to a 7 virus game. So Flindo is continuing to try and keep it in his favor.
Board health wise, Don's board has not given him a lot of opportunities. Uh, he's got color virus color droughts in different places on his board. For a while
Wow.
it was red, now it's blue. And Flindo has not had a lot of access to blue, but other than that, it's not been too bad for him. But now he's in a little bit of a stopping spot. He needs this yellow is going to be helpful, but it is now down to 10 to 11, 10 to 10 now. Dawn is trying to come back here and could do so if Flindo does not get the pills that he needs. Is going to get a good combo there. It's now 5 to 7 in favor of Dawn. Now 4 to 7. Flinto's going to need to do something
Yeah.
if he wants to take this away, but it is going to be Dawnvenure with his last blue out at a 637, and he will be going on to round number 2.
Wow.
That is a GG's to both players.
That was fantastic all the way through. My heart was racing for them. It was as close as it could be. So both players, fantastic lights out playing, and thank you for hitting this February 2024 tournament off to a good start.